everybody, it's Victor Leyva, Andro6657, and Megastar Andro from FigureRealm.com. This is part 2 of the how to make an action figure, custom action figure tutorial that I posted a couple months ago, and people really wanted to know when the second part's coming out, because they wanted to know about painting your action figure. So here we go. We're going to pick up where we left off. We got our action figure right there with his new arms in there, and our sculpted head's all dried up. We got some testers, Model Master acrylic, and a paintbrush. I use a camel hair paintbrush. So I don't know. I go through a lot of paintbrushes, so I don't really have a specific one. This is also Citadel paints you could also use, and Games Workshops are the ones I've used, and they work really good. And you can find Games Workshops and Citadels at any game store that carries stuff like Warhammer, 40K, Gears of War type stuff. In that dropper right there, we got water. You're going to want to thin out your acrylic paint before you use it on your action figures. Now, if you wash your action figure properly with soap and water, the paint is going to just go ahead and stick right on there. If you see any beading, that's going to come up. See how it goes on? Perfect. If you see any beading at all, you're going to want to wash your action figure again, because there's some kind of oil that's not letting the paint stick to your action figure. So my hand's kind of blocking that there, but go ahead and give a couple of drops of water, and I use a drinking water. I think it's doesn't have too many impurities and that type of stuff in it to help thin out my acrylic paint. And I try to get the consistency of blood so that it'll give a nice even coat. And that's what you're going to want on your action figure, is nice even coats of paint, so it looks factory made. So go ahead and you layer it on there, and it's going to take, since you're thinning out this acrylic paint, it's going to take a couple of layers. It's going to probably take about 2 to 3 good layers of this thinned out acrylic paint if you want it to look factory style. So other tips is just this preliminary paint, as I like to call it, just to show me where things are, and just to give an overall general look. I mean, it doesn't have to be too specific. I try to stay away from those tight areas in the very beginning, and until I can get a smaller brush to go in those areas with. But we're gonna leave the or I'm gonna leave the white, a little bit of the white sides of the pants on there, because Steve DeMarco has similar pants, because they're black, but they do have a satin. Well, it's all satin, but it has a red satin stripe on the black pants that his pajamas that he wears. So go ahead and just get the paint on there. Like I said before, if you notice any problems, just go ahead and stop and try and wash your action figure again, and go about it again. And because any kind of beading that's going to show up is going to be a result of not having a good clean surface. You could also spray it with alcohol. That'll help dry out some of the whatever you have on your action figure. It'll help dry it out, the surface, so that you will get a good adhesion. So I spray it down with some alcohol if you're having too many problems, and let it dry, and it'll should help you out to make sure that paint sticks. And this is me on the second coat of paint, and yeah, it's going to take a while to make sure you get this, but preliminary paints. Another thing is don't worry about the joints too much right now. just go ahead and get that paint on there so you can see what it's going to look like. And we're going to get to the joints and paint rub in just a second, but we got him, and we painted the hair first of the Steve DeMarco's head. Now we're going to go ahead and get on the beard. Steve DeMarco. Now we painted everything with a flat black color, so it's not going to give too much gloss. But we're going to go ahead and try and show a technique. And I know it's going to be difficult because it's going to be gloss black on flat black, and it's going to be we're going to go ahead and try to do some dry brushing on Steve DeMarco's outfit to give it the little shine that he has, because it's made out of satin. This is what you don't want to use. This is a figure that was been painted with white acrylic paint that you'd find at Walmart. So that was a little clip of paint not to use. Those are the ones that are apple barrel or something to that effect. So here we go. We got some gloss black, and we're just when you're dry brushing, you just want to go very lightly touch the highlight parts of the sculpted. You can use a big brush like this, kind of like a makeup type brush is how I like to think about it, just to help smooth things out. And always make sure your brushes are clean before you start to use them. Sometimes they have stuff in them, so you want to be careful. One time I had some I think it was dust or something in the brush, and it got on the action figure. Had to hurry up and do some immediate touch-ups to that. So when you're dry brushing, you're not going to use any water, because obviously it's a dry brush. Alright, here we are, paint rub. There it shows me putting some water and with my paint. Now, different action figures are going to give you some different paint rub. This is working on the back. See how it's still green right there on the knees. So you can do a little bit of sanding, a little bit of if you have a Dremel, you could Dremel off some of that plastic. Because the thing of paint rubbing is that the plastic's rubbing together, and that's what's knocking off the paint. So you need to knock off some of the plastic so that the paint is still sticks to the plastic, but the two pieces of painted plastic don't touch. So that therefore there's nothing rubbing off, which is that's what you ideally want. Alright, painting on some designs and lines, like I said earlier. We got masking tape right there, which can be your really good friend. So as you saw earlier, I did tape some around the arms, so I didn't get any paint on the arms when I was painting the top part of his shirt. And this is, there it is, got it taped up on the sides of his pants so we can get a nice clean line try. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a base coat of silver. Actually, even though his pants are red on the side, we're going to do silver first. So that's our action figure. We got about 2 or 3 coats of silver on him. And now we're going to go back over with clear red, and that's going to give you a metallic-y red type of finish when we're done. If you just put regular red on there, it probably won't show up against the black, but the silver base with the red on top gives you a nice metallic color, and that's going to work with the silver with the clear color on top is going to work with pretty much every color. Even if you want to do gold, you just do silver with clear yellow on it, and there we go. That is our Steve DeMarco action figure pretty much done. Now I painted most of the red accents on his costume. Covered a lot of techniques in this one, but hopefully I get to make more videos, because I really want to make videos. It's just hard when you're when you got a lot of things to do. But this is our finished Steve DeMarco action figure. And subscribe, and this is thanks to everybody who helped out my video, and hope I make some more videos. So subscribe to me.